Got my guy Powfu on our Zoom chat today, and I'm gonna just be 100% transparent, man. It's good to see you again. I effed up, and I almost like trashed our entire last conversation. So we're just here to meet again, bro. You good with that?
I'm good with it.
So let's get into like since the last time that we spoke. How has your time in quarantine gotten any better? Have you eaten any more snacks? Have you stayed away from the kitchen? Have you created a new song? Like what's going on with you now, bro?
Um, I've been working on music quite a bit. I've been making a lot of smoothies. That's kind of something new. It's like, they're like super easy. Just throw whatever you want in a blender and stir it up. So I've been doing that.
That's facts, right there. Anybody looking for just like an easy quarantine snack? It's like take some fruit, throw some ice, maybe some soy milk if that's your thing, and then boom, you got a smoothie.
Yeah, yeah, nice.
Yo, yeah, I was gonna say it's another thing. You're watching out for your health, and you're not putting on quarantine 15 like some people are. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Let's dig into your story a little bit, man, because for most people who have really started to really become fans of your music, it all kind of started with that bed or with coffee for your head, whichever way you want to address this. But there's been more to what you've been doing prior. So let's go back, bro, and let's talk about like where did kind of this love for creating and rapping and putting together your sound, where did it start for you, dude?
I mean, growing up, my dad was in a punk rock band, so like he was a big inspiration for me and kind of got me into music at the start.
Yeah.
And then I'd say when I was like around like 12, I kind of like started writing like my own songs. They're all like stupid and funny and bad, but I just kind of stayed with it. Like I enjoyed even just like writing stories. It was fun for me, like telling stuff. So then in grade 12, I like kind of found out about SoundCloud. So
Yeah.
I just started like, I didn't want to tell people that I was writing raps and releasing them because I was like embarrassed to. So I just upload it like privately, and then I'd get like people from online to like review it for me and stuff. And then yeah, I kind of just started picking up from there, and I slowly got better and better. Now
When you started to see some of those reviews, and when you started to earn that confidence and started to gain that confidence, how excited were you to continue to create?
Yeah, no, it was really fun. That was probably like out of everything in music, like the start of it is like the hardest part, right? Like getting like your first few listeners or whatever. But like it's also like the funnest part because I don't know, it was all like new to me, right? And like seeing my audience grow and like working hard for all the numbers and stuff, it was just like really satisfying.
And also experimenting, being free to experiment and to find your sound and to find the stories that you wanted to tell. I mean, like you said, without people, you know what I mean? Like they're giving you the creative, the constructive, what maybe it was criticism at the time, or it's those kind words that start to build up your courage to want to do more and to start trying to do different things. So you stumbled upon this beat, dude. You found this, and it wasn't Biba Doobie's original song for Coffee, but it was like a remix that you found. Like, explain that for us real quick.
Yeah, no, yeah, so she has a song called Coffee, which I didn't know about. Like, I didn't really know who she was. I just found the beat, and it was like a sped up version of her song. And then I asked the producer who it was, and they told me about her. Anyways, I really like the beat. I would listen to lo-fi hip hop beats like a lot. And so I was like, I'm gonna try and put a rap to this because I really liked it. And then I just wrote lyrics pretty quickly. It was pretty easy to write too. And I recorded
That's one of the things I wanted to ask. Like how quick did this particular story that you wanted to tell to this beat? How fast did it take you to really come up with this type of this theme or this, like I said, this story?
Yeah, no, it was really quick. Like I was just thinking, like the hardest part for me is kind of like coming up with a story or an idea to write about. And so like as soon as I had the idea, like I've never really written anything like that before, so it was like there was a whole bunch of stuff I could use and like think about that I've never done before. So it was like really quick for me. So I think I finished like the whole song like less than an hour or something like that.
Damn. Okay, so now when you think about that, you got this song out there, and you knew in your heart, and even amongst the small, bubblings of fans that you had with you, as you started to watch those numbers get bigger and bigger. And we talked a little bit about this. Obviously, a platform like TikTok, and then we see other people in other places of the world starting to make their own stories up, and they're starting to recite these lyrics. Like when you sat back and you watched this happen, What were some of those thoughts that were going on in your mind as this growth just exploded?
I mean, I don't know. I was just amazed. Like, and I felt inspired. Like, it's just really cool, like seeing like lo-fi kind of get bigger and bigger, because it's like that's like my favorite genre of music, and like I have a lot of friends in that genre as well. So it's like it's just cool, like having us all kind of blow up together. Yeah.
Dude,
I also feel really blessed. Like I feel like God was there in the works.
I mean, listen, it's a story that you felt you wanted to share, which was really, really dope. People connect to the lyrics and,
Hmm.
kind of staying on the idea of, people across the globe falling in love with the song, whether it be for the 30 seconds that they're making these TikTok videos to, or they're, tapped into the entire thing. We did talk about this, our last conversation, in the Philippines, and knowing your father's connection to his, his
Yeah.
music and his connection to traveling across the world. And what's that like for you to see other people who don't even know the language find a story within your story to connect to?
I mean, it's weird. Like I didn't really know. Like I know for me, I never listened to songs in other languages, so it's kind of
Yeah,
weird to know that people listen to like songs that I write that are not even their language, and it's really cool. Like I remember there's so many like covers of it, and they'd be singing like my lyrics in their own language and stuff, which is it's really cool.
that's the dopest thing ever. And fast forward to one of your all-time favorite bands hopping on a remix. I mean, when you
Yeah.
talk about being a Blink fan and having them be one of the icons in the music industry, and to know that you guys are label mates, to know that you guys were able to come together and find a way to create a different sound for this dope ass song. Like, how big was a smile on your face when that happened, bro?
Yeah, I was hyped up for it. It was really cool. Like they were the band that I wanted to like work with the most. So it was crazy how quick it happened too. Like they just hopped on it right away.
Dude, let's dive into the EP. I know that's in the works, and you've been sprinkling out some tracks about that. But how excited are you for this collection of songs to be out there for the world to really fully digest what your sound is and who you are as an artist?
Yeah, no, I'm hyped up. I really want to get it out as soon as I can. Yeah, I don't know. Every time I release an EP, I'm really excited for it because I feel like there's always like kind of a song on there that like people wouldn't expect me to write or sing. Like I feel like there's always like different kind of styles. So I'm excited for it.
Dude, we're just a little bit away from it all, man. So as you start to look forward to those crossing those days off of the calendar to the release,
Hmm.
man, continue to keep that that positive energy and that vibe, because we as fans, I mean, what I've come to know from some of your music, I've dug into the library a bit, and getting to hear Coffee for Your Head on a radio station like Z100, dude. I mean, it's like that's really that's some dope stuff, and it's some monumental stuff, and it just proves that it's a record that needs to be heard. And I love pressing play on it whenever I get to when I'm in the studio, bro. That's
That's
for damn
awesome.
sure, homie.
Thank you.
Nah, for real. Lastly, before we get you out of here, man, what are some of those things that you're looking forward to? I like to end the conversation on this. I mean, I know we're in this crazy time, but
Mhm.
when things get back to normal, what are some of those things that you're looking forward to most when we can kind of get past this quarantine and this this COVID-19 shutdown that most of the world is still
Yeah.
dealing with?
I mean, like touring is definitely like probably the biggest thing. Just
So
traveling around the world and meeting fans and playing shows and stuff. Also just being able to like meet up with other artists that are like interested to work with me and producers and stuff. Like that'll be fun. I haven't really been able to do that yet, so I'm looking forward to
all awesome things to look forward to, dude.
that.
So
Hmm.
again, I'm gonna just say, man, having this be the second time that we got to kind of virtually meet, I mean, even more even more of a pleasure for me, man. I mean, to
Hmm.
be honest, dude, it's given me a lot more to look forward to as we inch closer towards EP dropping and all that stuff coming at
Yes,
us. So
sir.
congrats on it. You need anything whenever you make it out here to New York City, when we can finally cross
Yeah.
these borders, you know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna try to, you're in Vancouver, right?
Yeah, Vancouver.
Yeah, because you told me, you said Toronto was dope, but Vancouver is the business.
Yeah, that's where it's at.
I'm gonna get out that way, man, as soon as I can, bro. But I
Yeah.
appreciate you taking the time to chat again. All right, brother.
Awesome. Have a
All
good
right,
day, bro.